Hello guys, welcome back to another video. We are on our way to Ken's house, the guy from the last video. I have something that I was supposed to give him yesterday that we forgot on my table at my apartment complex. My camera is about to fall over any second now. I do not like this. Anyway, we need to ride down this bike path and we need to go to his house. It's about 30 miles. I mean, we did 100 miles yesterday, so I should be good going there and possibly back. Brought my charger with me just in case. And yeah, you guys are going to come along for the ride. And some other good news, I also finally got my Inmotion badge on my unicycle. Took about 4 months for it to get here, but it's finally here. I got a completely meaningless number to me, 58. But we're going to rock with it. We're going to figure out some way to make it connect to the wheel, or maybe find someone else that wants to trade with me. I have no idea. But yeah, come along for the ride. 30 miles there, 30 miles back. Should be a good fun time. So, that trip that we took to Cape May yesterday, that was 50 miles there, and then another 50 miles back. We charged our end destination in Cape May, and that was the only time we charged. And I even told him yesterday that when we were on our way back, I thought we were going to have a tailwind, which is exactly what we had. When we got there, we got at the chargers with 10% battery, and on the way back, by the time we got to my apartment, we still had 20% left, and we actually came back going a lot quicker than we went there. So I think having a tailwind is so beneficial on this thing, and I think even right now, just me heading over there, I have a tailwind, which is a little concerning for the way back. I might have a headwind, but I think it should be all right. We're still going to be staying at some slower speeds here, if you consider 37 slow, so that we can maintain our battery, and because we're on the bike path. I'm not going to be going 80 miles per hour on the bike path, hopefully. So the 30 miles was actually from my house. I worked my way over to where the bike path was, and this is pretty much a straight shot all the way up. It says this is bike speeds right here for the time, but it should take us roughly about 30 minutes to 45 minutes to get there at the speeds we're going right now, which is 36 miles per hour. So let's see what time we get there. It's 6:17 right now. We probably started around like 6 o'clock, I would say, from my house. Maybe like 6:10, I would say. It only took me a couple minutes to get to the bike path, so. So, there's a story that constantly pops up in my feed on either YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. It's about this guy in 2018 who the internet deemed Sky King. I don't recall his actual name. Let me look it up here. His name was Richard Russell. And what happened was he stole a plane at an airport that he worked at. I think it was in Canada or near Canada. I'm not really positive where exactly he was located, but he stole a plane, and when he got up in the air, he called air control and told them that he did something bad, and he stole the plane. It was literally just him on the plane. He taxied it onto the runway and then drove off into the air with the plane. And air control, tried to tell him to come land it, and he was telling air control on how broken of a man he was and how depressed he was, and he never really wanted to hurt anybody, and that was never his plans either. So he flew the plane around for quite a while. I think he flew it around for like 50 minutes. At one point, he did a barrel roll inside the plane and came within 10 feet of the water, according to the jets that were nearby around him, because they had thought that it was a terrorist attack. And, they didn't know any better. But the guy expressed that he never wanted to hurt anyone, so they never really took a shot at the plane because he never went near any kind of civilization to do anything. And then he made his way over to an island, and I believe he tried to do another barrel roll, and then he just crashed into the island and passed away. The guy, like I said, he never tried to hurt anybody. There wasn't really much air control could do, and they don't really shoot down planes, I don't think, like that, if they're not, the guy was communicating, and he never got near any kind of, high population area to cause any harm. So the internet deemed him Sky King because, you know, he was just a man and he was going through a bunch of stuff. You know, all he had was his family and I think his girlfriend or fiance. I'm not really sure how they were together, but, you know, it's kind of a sad story if you go watch it. I think there's like some short documentaries on it on YouTube, and I think they even might have made one on Hulu as well at some point, because Hulu likes to make documentaries about everything. But every time it shows up, I try to watch it because it's just kind of sad, you know, the way that he's talking to air traffic control, and, you know, air traffic control is talking back to him, and, you know, they're trying to keep everything calm and make sure he, you know, he was basically a ticking time bomb to them, but I'm sure he knew that he was never going to hurt anyone else. But if you guys ever want to, you know, look that up, if you guys didn't know about it, Sky King 2018, it's kind of a sad story to look up. All right, so we've gone 9 miles so far from my house to here, and like I said, it was a 22-mile trip according to 28 miles according to Google from my house. And the funny thing is, if I took a car, it increased the mileage up to 34. So taking a unicycle is actually more effective for miles, and probably honestly better for time as well. I don't think that this would take longer. I'm assuming that it's going to be quicker since it's less miles and I'm making good time. I'm hoping I'll be able to make it back home without charging. I love pushing this wheel to its limits in terms of how far and how fast I can go, you know, to see how low I can get that battery. When we went to Cape May, getting it down to 8%, 10%, and then we rode to go get some lunch, so we brought it down to 8%. Even at 8%, if we went really slow, that's another 10 miles right there. You could push it so far if you're going the right speed. This thing probably can push out 100 if you're going 15 miles per hour, but it wants to go 15. So a couple of things about this channel. I want to get better at editing. I want to get better at storytelling. I want to get better at basically everything when it comes to the channel. Consistency, obviously, as well. I think I've been consistent with my shorts. I post them every single day. I haven't missed a single day either. I didn't start day one when I started my channel. I think I started like a week later just because I was working on, you know, getting some content and learning the editing process and uploading process and whatnot. But once that first day I posted a video, I haven't stopped posting videos. So expect shorts every single day. Long form content, I want to get onto a schedule. I want to do either two long forms a month with some bonus videos in between, or maybe a video a week at best. I'm not great at editing. I want to learn how to edit better. Right now I kind of just do stuff on my phone, but at the end I want to do stuff on the computer. Shorts I'm fine with doing on the phone. Shorts are easy. You just, you know, you cut and you edit. There's nothing you really need to do fancy for those. But long form I want to try to use DaVinci Resolve. I know that that's a pretty great software when it comes to editing, so it's something that I really want to learn. Hopefully I can learn it pretty quick. Another thing I want to learn is Insta 360 on the computer. Right now I use Insta 360 on my phone, and I just know how to cut, and that's about it. And that's really all I need to know, because I don't do much of the editing in there anyway. I still export all those clips and edit them in a separate software, so I'm perfectly fine editing stuff elsewhere. Insta 360 is a little fidgety on my computer, but I think they updated it and now it's doing a lot better. So I'm going to learn how to do that properly as well. I think by the time that I post this, I'll probably be at 30,000 subs. And I'm really excited for that. I've never thought that I would get here. I just started getting paid through YouTube like a week or two ago as of recording this. I would say like not even a week ago, like 5 days ago. And, you know, I'm really happy about that. Office, gymnasium. This is the school right here. So after this, I think we're just supposed to go straight. So that bike path wasn't even, that was like 8 miles. That wasn't even that long. By the end of the year, I want to hit 100,000 subscribers at minimum on YouTube. I believe I can do it. I just got to stay consistent. I'm really hoping for the best. The vision for my channel. I don't want my channel to be based around electric unicycles, in the sense of I'm doing pure electric unicycle content. And it's hard to explain. I'm a person that rides electric unicycles, and I'm going to tell stories on electric unicycles, but my content is not solely about electric unicycles. It's about me, about the journeys that I go on, it's about the ride outs that I plan on going on with other people riding anything. I mean, it could be scooters, it could be electric unicycles, it could be electric skateboards, it could be Surons, doesn't matter. I just want to ride with everyone. I want to meet people, I want to go different places, I want to do races. It's gonna be more vlog style on a unicycle than anything else. So I want to make my content as entertaining as possible for everyone to watch, not just for people who ride electric unicycles. And I think so far I've kind of hit that, because otherwise I wouldn't be at 30,000 by the time this video posts. But in short, thank you to everyone who subscribed. I hope there's a lot of people that, you know, come and watch my videos every single day. So we're gonna go straight. So there's a video that I haven't posted yet, and I'm sure by the time I do, I'll even say it in the video. But I think some of the video might have gotten lost because my camera was tilted too far down, because my chin mount, for some stupid reason, decided to stop holding on properly onto my helmet, and the glue started to make it sag downwards. Got a nice thumbs up from him. And I noticed it way too late. I noticed it by the time my video was, you know, 3/4 of the way done. I don't think everything got messed up, but I think some of it did. And I wound up fixing it at that point by the time I realized. I bought a new mount today, 2 days ago, and I just installed it today. So this is the new mount that I'm using, which is why the video probably looks good. It is such a nice day today. It's a little humid, but not too bad. I'm wearing short sleeve underneath this long sleeve jersey, and then in between I have my armor, and I'm wearing shorts. I don't normally wear shorts when I ride unicycles, but I couldn't find my jeans, and it was way too hot today to be even wearing jeans. The only reason I was looking for jeans, my right knee protector kept falling down. I want to take a stop in here real quick. So this is Lake Lenape. I used to row here when I was in high school a while ago. That was almost 10 years ago now. 9 years ago I used to row here. We used to dock there, we had races and stuff like that. We had 3 other schools that came here and rowed. They got a new dock. We used to dock, this was probably the same dock, but it used to be sideways. And then we used to wet dock over there in the races because there was not enough space on the dock for people to launch and take their boats in. So we used to wet dock, pick it up from the water, and then bring it back on the racks over here. Here's the boats right here for my high school. Let's see if any of these are the same boats. There's names on them, so we should be able to tell. There's some more in the back there. These aren't all of them. Those are our other boats there. Oh, the Thunderbird, yes. I think that's one of the boats that I rode. And then we got our little shed back there. I miss doing this. This was fun. All right, back to our journey of getting to Ken's house. Kind of pointless for me to be bringing him this stuff, only because you know, I'm gonna see him another day, I'm sure. And on top of that, I also have some other stuff I have to give him. I gotta print him out some parts for his unicycle with my 3D printer. So anyone who's rode before, it's a very difficult sport. It's not that it's like, you know, as hard as someone that plays football or baseball. It's hard because it requires a lot of skill, similar to like gymnastics or diving. You need to have really good form. You know, when you run in football or you're doing baseball, like, you can have kind of different forms from one another, but at the end of the day, like, you're gonna kind of like get your own style. But in rowing, there's only one form, one correct form, one good form, and if you don't have that, you're not gonna do good. So I thought in high school I had really good form as far as I was aware. I used to be a pretty good rower, I think. I was lightweight, meaning I was under 150 pounds, and I believe in most of the races I did, I was getting second place. I know we went to nationals as well. We got last place in nationals on our boat, but that's last place out of a lot of the states. So that's pretty good. So this road is 50 miles per hour, and I'm going 54. Good. All right, I might have to sit down here because my feet are starting to hurt from standing the whole time. Unfortunately, sitting for you guys is not as fun as me standing, I'm sure, but still gonna try to make it entertaining by telling some stories that I can think of. So a little over 5 years ago was when I really started getting into electric stuff. I originally got an electric bike, which was my Van Moof bike. The company went bankrupt and then they came back. I believe they only work out of one country right now and they haven't really fully reopened, but they were bought out by another company once they went bankrupt. So that bike is really great for what it was, but it was also really expensive. So yeah, I started out on that bike, and the bike was slow, and my buddy at the time had an electric scooter, a really slow one, like 18 miles per hour, but that kind of got me into my electric scooter journey, where I came across the Mantis King GT, which was brand new at the time, made by Cardo. I bought that, and that was a lot of fun. I think this guy's stopping for me. So when I got the scooters, like I said, I got the Cardo Mantis King GT, and I had bought two of them. I bought one for my girlfriend at the time, and I bought one for me. And, you know, we rode them around, but then she kind of didn't want to ride them around anymore. And I eventually sold hers, but I kept mine up to about 4,000 miles on it, and then I wound up giving it to a buddy. But after me owning it for about 2 years, I think, 2 or 3 years, I had bought my first electric unicycle, and that was 3 years ago. I don't know, so when did I get my bike? I think I got my bike 6 years ago, and I got the scooter a year after that. Oh my God, that was Bigfoot. But yeah, I was learning on my Inmotion V14. That was the first unicycle I ever got. I rode around on it for about 3,000 miles until I decided to upgrade again a year later to the Inmotion V14. And at the time, Inmotion was having a nice end-of-year sale. So the Inmotion V14 was on sale for almost $800. And I also got the Inmotion V12 Pro. I rode the V12 Pro first, I think that came in first, and then I rode the Inmotion V14. I had the Inmotion V14, I still have it. Rode that for 3,000 miles, and the V12 Pro I had sold to my buddy as his first unicycle, and now he still rides almost every single day on it. He swears he doesn't like it as much as the scooter, but he rides it more than the scooter, I think. Even though his scooter does have close to 10,000 miles on it, if he hasn't hit that already. But his unicycle, I think he put like, he must have like 3,000 to 4,000 miles on that thing. And I know he loves it. He abuses it for sure. But I mean, it's a really, I mean, the V12 Pro is a great unicycle. I mean, it's a great starter unicycle. It's not super heavy. The only issue is there's no suspension on it. But other than that, it's a good starter unicycle. I mean, there's no really bad complaints about it online, as far as I'm aware. It was kind of one of the first ones with the display that it had. It was a nice display, not like this one, but similar. Touchscreen, it was kind of small. So once I rode my Inmotion V14 for 3,000 miles, the P6 got announced, which is what I'm currently riding. And at the time I was like, I'm not gonna get it. And then they had their first batch. Ah, fucking bug just whacked me in my goddamn, oh shit, squirrel. God damn it, so much is going on. Bug whacked me in my nose, squirrel coming out in front of me, my lens came off of my goggles when I just tried to take them off. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, basically, they did a first batch bundle with the Inmotion. What the fuck? No way it wants me to go down this. What is this? Google is taking me down this road. There's a freaking tree in the middle. What is this? Oh, God. All right, we're gonna try this. Got a duck. What the fuck is this? We're just gonna pop it up. This thing is fucking heavy. What the hell, man? Google, fix your shit. This is not a street. I know I have it on bike mode, but Jesus. All right, we're going back. I'm not lifting this up, and I'm not going in the woods. It is tick season. And I'm Italian. They love my Italian blood. Oh, got it. Grab my book bag. Oh, God, I grabbed it again. I'm getting beat up. This thing's 120 pounds. I'm not lifting it over top of that. It's a large-ass tree. If it was smaller, I could have got the tire to grab onto the tree and kind of use that as help, but this thing is way too heavy for that. Anyway, once I saw that deal that Inmotion had, I kind of sold myself on the Inmotion P6. They started releasing more information about it. At first, they kind of just talked about its speed. Oh, there's a nice little farm. It's called Funny Farms. $5 a dozen. Look, they got little ostrich eggs there. Oh, look at that cow. Is that an emu? Oh, look, there's an emu. An emu and a cow. That is a fuzzy little cow. If I didn't have only a book bag and a large trip, I would get some eggs. Maybe a goose egg. How much are those? $1 each. Damn. Maybe another day. So Inmotion had announced actually how fast the wheel went. They showed some videos of how fast it went. You know, they made all the promises about, you know, getting a fast charger, getting the badge that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. They also show getting an extra year of warranty on top of the initial year. So that's 2 years, which is fantastic. 2 years is like perfect for something like this. Anything that goes wrong, they take care of it. Better support system rather than us calling over to China. We have people here in the US now that we can contact. And it was such a good deal that my buddy Ken, the guy I'm actually going to, he wound up buying one for himself. And he's always not liked Inmotion, but once he saw how fast mine went, he wound up buying his. I think the deal was so good for him as well that he couldn't not buy it. So he bought it. So I'm definitely gonna have to stop and charge somewhere. I'm at 44%. I'll make it to the house, but let me call him and tell him I'm on my way. Yeah, I was gonna drop it off if you're not home in time. All right, I'll see it. All right, so I know they have fast chargers here for cars. I don't know where. Is it not here? Is it back there? Oh, there they are. Okay. I'll come back to you guys when we're done charging here. Shouldn't be too long. Okay. All right, we're done charging. That cost me $1.60 for 20 minutes, which is not bad. A little expensive because the I don't know what a network fee is or an activation. I think the network fee is the energy used, but the activation fee is, that's one set cost, which is why it was so much. But even $1.60 compared to gas to make it this far is about $4 or $5. So I am good to go. We're gonna get over to my buddy's house. Let's see. So yesterday when we charged in Cape May, I have an adapter that plugs in so that I can plug in our chargers. I convinced my buddy to get one of those adapters because prior he thought that there was a whole song and dance you had to do to actually charge. But nope, it's as easy as plugging into the adapter, going onto the app, turning on the charge station, and then plugging in your charger, and that's it. It's about as easy as plugging it into the regular outlet, and you still get your fast charging. Oh, I'm staying straight. Okay. So, what the hell is this? Another freaking off. Whatever, man. Whatever. As long as this is faster. So the reason why I'm not going quicker is because this is not an off-road tire. Man, exactly like that. There's loose sand and Jesus Christ, man. Everyone wants to talk about bumps and cracks and rocks and potholes. It's none of those. Loose sand. The minute you hit loose sand, this thing wants to freaking go every which way, except the way that you want it to go. All right, put her on. Let's see how it looks.
Was that European size?
Yeah, it was definitely, they're weird size. They're numbers.
They always are. Whenever I get close, it's either Asian, European size. Yeah, perfect.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Look, now we're matching.
Jersey colors. Send it to Nika.
That's what I'm gonna do.
But smaller wheel and the pedals are low already, so it's like weird. If you had a little more travel, you'd probably pedal clip.
I don't know where to put this because where I had it before, it kind of. Maybe I'll put it right over the P for the 6, and it'll say Sousa 6. Dude, that is so light.
5 pounds feels like a baby compared to carrying
60 pounds probably with like the pads on, but still, it's where's
and their head to the left, all the way to the left. Yep.
That's the right. That's the right.
Yeah. Sorry. For me, I was facing opposite. Yep. Pedal clearance is the only thing that feels weird because it's low. And I have lowered pedals on my P6 already, and that still feels.
Is your tire flat or is it just really fat?
Yeah, no, dude.
That's because you don't adjust your suspension.
All the way soft, all the way fast, always. You'll never usually see me go too stiff unless I plan on jumping a bit.
Free spin.
Off a ledge.
I like it.
Good balance.
And where's the handle button?
Right. There.
Okay. And I know it doesn't, clip,
yeah,
kind of
tight.
stiff.
And I got mine kind of loose too, like you can tighten it.
That's nice. I love that handle design. This is why I stopped recommending the V11 as like a starter wheel. Not only does the V11 suck to repair,
a little bit more to get the
as a starter wheel, you're never gonna get anything better.
Lower too, like it's
but
easy.
The only thing is compared to the V11, it's a smaller wheel, which is the only thing. The V11's 18. I think that's not even 16.
Actual wheel, it's 15. Yeah, it's a 10-inch wheel, and then with this weird tire, puts another weird 4 inches on it.
I love the NOSFET. NOSFET Aero. All right, so we got Ken his new riding jersey for our team that we're part of. Sousa Labs, best team out there. Goddamn bug just threw in my mouth. Again, Jesus Christ. We got 28 miles to make it home. There's a chance I might need to charge again, but maybe not. I don't know. Really just depends on how fast we're going here. I think there's a bug. I think there's a bug inside my goggles right now. Let me see. Oh, he's not in my goggles, he's on my goggles. Man, I really don't want to be on this, but I guess if we just go slow, we'll be all right. And if I die, I'll blame Google in my obituary, I guess. He died because he followed Google home. You hear that? Oh, look, a little frog. A bunch of little frogs. What's up? I think all those sounds we're hearing are frogs, but they're not crickets. I swear to God, if a deer jumps out in front of me, oh God, there's frogs. He was just, what are you doing? Hop away, man. Don't just stare at me like a deer in headlights. We're free. Back onto the sand. I mean, not sand, concrete. Now all I gotta keep an eye out for is deer. I do not want to hit a herd of deer. Right. So if we needed the charge, we could do it here, but we're back where we were before. I think I should be okay. I really don't want to stay out any longer than I need to here. It's getting late, 8 o'clock, it's dark out now, and some of these roads I gotta take are gonna be back roads. I can't wait. So there is the company Grizzly. Grizzly's the one who makes the pads for these unicycles. There's other companies as well, but they're probably one of the best in my opinion. So anyway, in my humble opinion, the Grizzly pads are one of the best pads that you can get on the market right now, outside of custom-made ones from someone you might know. They're very high quality. They come from a company in Europe. I forget the country. But they are very good. You can get them custom colors. I'm actually getting new ones for this wheel to match my channel color. And they also just made a light. It's the Grizzly self-leveling light. It uses LiDAR to, stay level with the road or whatever height setting you set it at. So you'll see here, the light has a cutoff point on it. Is it sending me back here? Okay. It's sending me off-road again. Anyway, when I accelerate, the light tilts down a little bit. You might have seen it in some previous clips. And that's not really beneficial when you're riding at 50 miles per hour. As a matter of fact, it's probably very dangerous. So the self-leveling light is supposed to make it where when you're riding, it stays level with whatever height that you set it at. And that is super beneficial for this wheel. They have released the light, but they have not released the attachment point for it for this particular wheel. They have it for a couple of other wheels already, but not this one. They should be releasing it at the end of the month, according to them. And I'm so excited to get it. It's gonna be the first thing I do. As soon as it comes out, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna put it on. And I'm gonna be so happy. It is pitch black back here right now. Oh. Pitch black back here, by the way. I'm good. This is why we got protection. I gotta stop soon. I got sand all inside of my my knee pads here. Nope. Still got all my stuff on my wheel. think we're back by the Funny Farms area with the goose eggs. I can smell it. Alright, I'm getting off of this dirt path. As to why it took me here in the first place, I have no idea. I'm going this way, man. I don't even know. Well, we know why we don't like sand now. Now everyone can stop leaving comments about potholes and rocks, because that's not the concern. It is sand. Evil, evil sand. Normally I would have seen that if it was daytime, but I literally can't see shite right now. Thank God I saw my wallet on the floor. It fell out my back pocket, I guess, when we fell. We still got my cards in there? Alright. I only had one card anyway. I hope you guys can see some of this stuff right now. You know, so I have crashed before, which, again, I have some stories to tell with my P6, actually, why it got damaged, but I'm not going to tell it in this video. I'm going to hold off for a little bit on that. And then also my accident that happened when I was with my buddy Ken in Philly. I'm also going to hold off on that as well. I don't want to spoil anything in this video, but every time I've fallen, I have never caught it on video. The one time in Philly, I was supposed to have my camera recording, and I forgot to record. So, that's what happens. After I fell, I got my camera, I grabbed it, and I looked at my buddy Ken, and I was like, my camera was off. So I didn't get that fall, unfortunately, but that was probably the first fall I actually got on camera, so that's amazing. And I'm okay, so. We're coming up to the bike path. Got 12 miles left and 20% left. We should make it. Even if it was like a percent, which I think it's like a mile every 1.5%. We should be good. Alright, I'll get back to you guys when we're onto the bike path. Some deer. Here he is. Hell yeah. Well, we're back on the bike path. I was gonna record a little bit later, but we're kind of like a mile into the bike path about. I'm gonna stop right here and check out my pads. All right. We got 10 miles according to my phone, and we got 16% left, so we're just gonna take it nice and slow. 25 miles and less the entire way back, and we should be good. I'm gonna do a little time lapse instead. Alright guys, this is probably going to be the end of the video right here. This is right where we started the video, right at the beginning of the bike path. That was a good ride. We went 27 miles from my buddy's house, probably closer to 25. This is a little off. And I got 7% to make it home. I'm about 4 miles from home. I should be fine. I hope I'm fine. But yeah, we talked about Sky King. If you guys want to look him up, it's kind of a sad story, but you know, something that I thought I'd bring up because I keep on seeing it in my feed. And you know, we crashed, but we're alive. So any crash you can walk away from is good crash, especially when you record it. That's probably the best crash. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future. Any kind of questions you guys got about anything personal or about the wheel itself, or anything that you guys, you know, just want to see me do. I'm up for suggestions. I'll see you guys in the next video.